right now. Tax season is inching nearer. Hard to believe. Joining us is financial expert Adam Koos from Libertas Wealth Management in Dublin. Adam, thanks for being with us again.
Thanks for having me again. I appreciate it.
First, I wasn't aware that there is actually such a thing as filing your tax return too soon.
Yeah, in fact, there's some 1099s, those letters you get in the mail from the IRS that basically say that you owe money or you don't owe money, or if you're lucky, maybe they owe you. Sometimes those 1099s get sent late to the investment firms, and then you have to amend your return, which just means, you know, obviously you have to pay more money to amend the return a second time.
And you get to spend more time with your tax preparer, which is always fun.
Get to, right.
Right. So most of us have already received our W-2s. Are there any people that maybe wouldn't have? What categories would they be?
There's a chance that if you haven't received your W-2 yet, you should probably call your employer or employers if you've had a couple jobs in the past. Legally, they're supposed to send it by January 31st, but you know, being that we're behind Valentine's Day at this point, you should have received them, but they could be sitting on somebody's desk, or maybe it's, you know, the payroll company, and the payroll company didn't get them out, so you should definitely be checking.
Sure. Now, a 1099, first of all, what is that, and why do they so often get amended?
1099s are there's a multiple 1099s, and we won't get into all the details, but basically they're different documents that show you and or your tax preparer what money you've made throughout the year, typically on investment returns, dividends, things of that nature. The reason they get amended sometimes is because the investment companies that issue the 1099s to the brokerage firms, let's just say, or the custodians, will sometimes report earnings as late as possible to save themselves taxes, and so therefore they'll send them out late. So the idea is you want to try and postpone your return as late as possible, as annoying as that is.
Right, especially if you know you're getting money back, because you want to get that in your hand, right?
Right, exactly.
Let's talk about doing your own return versus hiring a tax professional, because some people are quite capable, but can also make mistakes.
No, you said it right. I mean, if you have a couple simple W-2s, if you have no 1099s, you might not need to have somebody prepare your taxes, but as soon as you get into things like complex 1099s, some of which have some tax-free income, some tax-deferred income, if you get into K-1s, that's where things get a little hairy. So there's a certain point where if you start getting nervous, it probably makes sense to give somebody a call at least, and maybe try it for a year, see how it goes, and you know, you could always go back to doing it on your own.
Do you like any of the tax software programs out there? Yeah,
I think TurboTax is probably pretty common. There's actually online a couple free tax returns. I know there's plenty of commercials. So
sure.
Yeah.
And you say it's actually still, believe it or not too late to contribute to an IRA from last year.
That's correct, yeah. Until April 15th of this year, tax day every year, you have the ability to put money into a SEP IRA if you're a business owner. You can put money into a traditional IRA. Just understand, if it's a traditional IRA, a pre-tax IRA, if you have a retirement plan at work, you cannot deduct that. And then Roth IRAs, which are obviously pretty popular. So you still have until April 15th of this year, 2014, to put money away for last year's IRAs, SEPs, Roth IRAs, and traditionals.
Very good. Good to know. So is there any one answer for this question? When should I get my tax return completed and filed? Is there a magic date?
Probably the best time to get it done is towards the middle or so of March.
Okay.
And I know that the CPAs might kill me for saying that, but I mean, you want to get all your documents. As you receive your documents, get them to your CPA. Okay. Don't wait until you have a big stack and then send them all at once. Let them get started on it. But yeah, I mean, I think you probably by mid-March you're pretty safe, and you can probably start getting it all wrapped up.
Right. So be working on it now.
Be working on it now.
All right, Adam Koos with Libertas Wealth Management.
All right, thanks for having me again. Appreciate it.
All right, and now here's Josh with the forecast.